Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone, in this tutorial we're going to do some string manipulation. So we have a multi-line string right now here. First thing that we're going to do is to change the digit into X. All digits here that are available, going to turn them into X character, and then changing the non-ASCII characters. ASCII character set contains 128 characters. Some characters here that aren't ASCII, we're going to change them and enforce the ASCII. So by default, when we enforce ASCII, they will turn into a question mark. So as you can see here, there is an H and below it is a dot. So it's not an ASCII character. There is here U and A. There, those characters are above them. There is a dash. And lastly, we're going to turn each first letter of a word into uppercase. As you can see here, round, Persian, scientist, all those are going to be uppercase letters. Let's see the result. .NET run. Oh, I have to cd to my cd and then .NET run. Alright, as you can see, this is the result that we're going to achieve. So where am I printing? Yeah, the last line. As you can see, is replaced with an X. We have those non-ASCII characters turned into question marks, and each letter is uppercased. And also I added something here, a line is, we're going to split a line when we reach a new line character, or it reaches 80 characters. When it reaches 80 characters, we're going to split it. So let's get started. First, we're going to split by space here. We're taking advantage of the split regular expression. So here we're saying, split by space, \s means space, and plus means one or more. If it finds one space or more, split it. And we're started inside this array words, and here we're creating an empty list. And here we have for loop, so we have word, we have the array, we have word, and then we're using another for each a word, and here we have a letter. So we're checking if each letter is a digit. If it's a digit, we're going to add X to the list. If not, just add the letter. So it's print my list. Okay, so created the generic method, static method, to print any array and list. This is the generic method. Let's run our code. So what we did is we removed the digits and changed them into X. As you can see, we're already getting the result. And here you can see that there is a problem. You can see that there is already question mark. Why is that? Maybe the partial is enforcing ASCII. All right, let's try. I'll try to enforce UTF-8. I'm going to paste this code in the description below. And now let's run it again. Yeah, as you can see here, the partial was in ASCII, was used in ASCII, and now I turned it into UTF-8. All right, let's go to encoding. Now we're creating another list, and here we're looping through the previous list. Now we are getting letters. We're encoding to ASCII. We're getting the byte here of that letter, and then encoding it into ASCII. So now if, for example, around, all these are ASCII words, so they're going to be encoded as those letters. ASCII set has 128 letters, and if it reaches, for example, this letter or these letters that aren't ASCII, they're going to by default turn them into question mark. So the question mark could be customized into different things, but by default it will turn them into a question mark when it's not an ASCII character. So here it's getting the result and add it to this list. And let's print the result here on print ASCII text. Going to clear and run it again. Okay, now as you can see, it's enforcing the ASCII. Now, if it's not ASCII letter, it's going to be question mark. Okay, we are here. We finished with enforcing ASCII characters. Now what we are doing right now here, let's read it. So we have a new list. and we're looping through the previous list, and we'll check if it ends with a dot, add a dot and new line. So here we're checking the sentence at the end of the sentence. We're adding to this list sentence by sentence. And here we're considering a line as 80 characters, actually 81 characters, because we're checking if it's above line size. If it's 81 characters, it's going to be considered as a line. So we're creating a new list and a line. Here we have for each loop, we're looping through the previous list, and here we have letters. We're adding letters to this string variable. And also we are checking here, if this line ends with a new line, it means we reached at the end of the sentence, or the length.line, or checking this length and the length and the letter.length, which is 1, because we are iterating letter by letter. So if those both exceeds line size, which is 80, it means if it's 81, so we're going to add it to this list, and also reset the string into an empty string. What we are doing here is adding to the list a sentence. So a sentence, when it reaches a new line character, it's going to add it, or if it's the length exceeds 80 characters. And at the end, we're making sure that each first letter is uppercased. And here there is no direct method to do that. We can't do string.toTitle. It doesn't exist. So that's why we're using this CultureInfo, where we're initializing this class TextInfo. And here we're doing it. We're using the join because it's simple. We don't want to do a for loop. It's pretty simple. So I take advantage of the link, and we're joining them by a new line. If you print the result, as you can see here, if it reaches 81 characters, we're going to split, and also if it reaches a dot, already did that, and those new lines are at the end. This one is making these new lines. So this is the purpose of the video, is to do some string manipulation. First, to recap, what we did is we turned each characters into X. We enforced the ASCII characters. We made sure that each line ends with 80 characters, or there is a new line character. And also we made sure that each letter in a word is uppercased. And I hope that you learned something. Thank you so much.